Manifesto for the children, for the parents, for justice.
This is not isolated mistakes, it is a pattern.
Social services treat many children and families badly and abuse their power to the fullest extent. This is not about unfortunate exceptions. It is not about individual cases. It is a systematic pattern in which state power is exercised without sufficient transparency, without real accountability, and without consequences for those who misuse it. When children protest, when they cry, when they say, "I want to go home," they are not listened to. When parents speak up, when they demand justice and due process, they are not met with dialogue, they are punished. This is not protection. This is repression. Protest is punished. Silence is rewarded. Children who resist, who run away because they cannot endure the situation, are not met with care or understanding. They are met with harsher control, with worse placements, with institutions where their freedom is taken away and their voices are silenced, often through CIS. Parents who protest risk fines, legal action, debt, stigmatization, and in many cases never getting their children back. The message is clear. Comply or be punished.
This does not create safety.
It creates fear. 3. Those who stand alone are easy targets. A single parent against the system is defenseless. A lone child is completely powerless. Even small groups can be silenced. 5 people, 10 people. They can be isolated, divided, discredited, and crushed. That is why fighting alone is dangerous, not because you are wrong, but because the system is designed to defeat individuals. But power has a limit. You can imprison one person. You can punish a few, but you cannot imprison an entire people. 4. They do not listen to tears, they listen to strength. Social services do not care how much children cry. They do not care about parents who are destroyed by longing and loss. They do not care about attachment trauma, lifelong damage, or shattered lives. History shows they do not even care when people die as a result of these actions. The only thing that truly frightens an abusive system is united public opinion, public scrutiny. Massive, sustained pressure. When people become many, when they refuse to be silent, when they cannot be ignored. 5. When we organized, they became afraid. We have seen this before. When parents organized and protested together a few years ago, those in power became afraid. so afraid that the Prime Minister himself felt compelled to speak publicly. But instead of listening, they tried to discredit the movement, to portray it as something it was not, to label it religious, to label it foreign, to label it extremist. This has never been about religion. This has never been about hate. This has been about something that always terrifies power. Parents demanding their children back. 6. Only bad parents are affected is a lie. Claiming that only bad parents are affected is a way to justify abuse and avoid examining systemic failure. By law, the mission of social services is to support families, provide help early, prevent harm. Yet we see a system that first removes children and only then perhaps offers support. That is not help. That is a fundamental failure. 7. This is a democratic issue. A public authority that can make life-altering decisions without real transparency, without effective legal remedies, without personal accountability, is a threat to the rule of law. When children's voices are ignored, when parents are automatically treated as suspects, when criticism is punished, then is no longer a protection system. It is a system of power. 8. Alone you are crushed, together we are strong. That is why fighting alone is not enough. Symbolic protests are not enough. Hoping to be heard is not enough. If this is to end, it requires mass mobilization, sustained presence, peaceful but uncompromising protest, where power resides, at Parliament, at government offices. We must be many. We must speak with one voice. We must refuse to retreat. Nine. This concerns all of us. This is not only an issue for those directly affected. It is a question of what kind of society we accept. Children are harmed. Adults are broken. Families are torn apart. We are many who see this, very many. And in a democracy, power should fear the people, not the other way around. 10. Our declaration. We do not accept abuse of power. We do not accept silencing children. We do not accept the destruction of families. We stand together. We speak with one voice. And we refuse to be ignored. Because if we do not, this will never end.